What happens after we die? It is the oldest question in human history. Think about the irony of our current era. We live in an age of absolute information. We have sent rovers to the dusty plains of Mars. We have decoded the very fabric of our DNA. We have peered into the birth of galaxies using the James Webb telescope. Yet, when it comes to the moment our eyes close for the last time, we are as much in the dark as our ancestors were thousands of years ago. Despite all our sensors, satellites, and supercomputers, not a single person can say with absolute certainty what happens once the heart stops. This is the great silence of science. However, thousands of people claim to have glimpsed the other side. These are near-death experiences, or NDEs. Imagine a hospital room. The heart monitor emits that long, terrifying flatline beep. For all medical intents and purposes, that person is gone. But when they are resuscitated, they tell stories that are hauntingly consistent. It doesn't matter if they're from New York, a village in Myanmar, or a city in Norway, the patterns remain the same. The out-of-body experience, floating above their own body, watching the doctor's work. The tunnel of light, being pulled through a dark corridor towards a brilliance that doesn't hurt the eyes. The life review, not just seeing their life, but feeling the emotions of every person they ever helped or hurt. Is this a spiritual journey, or is the brain just playing its final, most vivid trick? For a long time, skeptics said NDEs were just dreams, but in 2022, a scientific accident changed the conversation. An 87-year-old patient was being monitored for epilepsy when he unexpectedly passed away. For the first time ever, scientists recorded the brain activity of a dying human being. What they found was shocking. Right after the heart stopped, the brain didn't go silent. Instead, it showed a massive surge in gamma oscillations. These are the same brainwaves we use for high-level functions like dreaming, meditation, and memory retrieval. It suggests that in our final moments, the brain might actually be more organized and active than it is during our normal daily lives. Scientists call this an electrical spike, but it raises a chilling question. Why would a dying organ, starved of oxygen, expend so much energy on a final show? Is it shutting down, or is it transmitting? Some modern theorists look at this through the lens of technology. If our consciousness is essentially a complex algorithm, perhaps the spike recorded by scientists is a data transfer. Think about it. Could death be a handover? Maybe our consciousness is being uploaded to a different layer of reality, a dimension we cannot perceive with our three-dimensional eyes. Maybe heaven, nirvana, or the afterlife aren't just religious metaphors. Maybe they are physical layers of the universe that we only gain access to once our biological hardware fails. As the great scientist Albert Einstein once said, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. If we are energy, where does that energy go when the body stops? At the end of the day, we are left with a choice. We can view death as a cold, dark wall, the end of the story, or we can view it as a door. Science is slowly beginning to pull back the curtain, showing us that the end of life is not as quiet as we once thought. Whether it is a final dream or a journey to a new reality, the mystery itself is what makes life so precious. So, as you listen to this, look at the world around you. We are part of a grand, mysterious design. And perhaps the most exciting part of the journey is the one we haven't seen yet. What do you think? Is the spike just chemistry, or is it a homecoming?